You're watching Extraordinariness with Brytnei Elle, where ordinary people do extraordinary things.
There was a time I used to look into my father's eyes. In a happy home, I was a king, I had a golden throne. Those days are gone, now the memories on the wall.
You're watching Extraordinariness with Brytnei Elle, where ordinary people do extraordinary things. And today I'm here with Andrew Meoray and Mont Brown of Astronauts Really Fly. So thank you guys for joining me today. I wanted to ask you some questions. I've come to a couple of your events and I've been a part of some of your philanthropic endeavors in the community, which are really, really awesome. And I wanted to share your story with others because I really feel like they would be inspired by hearing, your background, where you've come from, and what you're doing now. So, what was the defining moment where you realized what your passion was within music, within working in the community? What was that moment for you?
Well, I can say about music, I guess, if other people wanted to. And it was, I lost my father when I was in 4th grade, and I didn't listen to any music. I did more art stuff. I like to draw a lot, and he used to come in my room at night and tell stories, and then he'd play the guitar. But he didn't know how to play guitar, and he couldn't sing either.
Okay.
He would just do a terrible job. Yeah, just strumming it. And when he died, I realized that was something I really missed. So I could do this. So I took the guitar that he had and never knew how to play, and I just taught myself.
Wow.
And I was like, this is something I really like doing, and this I feel like I'm making him proud, even though as far as I know, he has no idea that I do this. You know what I mean? So that's kind of when I realized that's something I want to do.
That's really beautiful. Wow.
Right.
And what about you, sir?
The community events. Just being from Southwest, and I always if I had a chance, when I do get my chance, I'm gonna always get back. So, when I got my chance, I did it to the fullest. To the fullest, man. From Stop the Violence festivals to turkey giveaways to Christmas toys giveaways. But my mom was incarcerated a lot of my life. So I didn't want my grandparents to view me as my uncles, as my mom, as my aunt. So I just wanted to make that change. So, and my friend Ivan, he got murdered. So I was like, you know what? When he got murdered, I was like, I gotta make this change now. That's what.
So how old were both of you when this happened in your life?
The year I graduated high school, I was 18.
Mine was whatever age you are when you're in 4th grade, second half of the year. Because I know it was March.
Okay.
Yeah, I knew I wanted to be rock star.
Okay, you're there because I love your single because I was singing in here. You heard me. It wasn't that good, but I killed it all right. So a little bit of the background you both kind of shared. So you had a tragic loss of a family member when you were younger, and you had the loss of your mom not being able to be in your life, and a friend as well. So kind of what's the background of both of you? So where you're from, and kind of your story.
I'm from Southwest Philadelphia. I said my grandparents raised me. My mother was incarcerated. My father, he got killed when he was 22. He was the leader of one of the leaders of Junior Black Mafia, the JBM. Grew up, me and my little sister, a lot of cousins. This is the same story. But I guess the difference for me, I was really a dreamer, and I wanted to do different things. And I had a son when I was 13.
Okay.
So I wanted to do different things, but it's being from the hood, you can't skateboard. They make fun of you. So I would go and uptown with my homies and skateboard and come back down. But no, just wanted to do something different. Everybody around, I didn't want to be a statistic. Everybody dying and going to jail. I wanted to follow my dream and do music, and not even rap. I wanted to do this, the band stuff. So I really thank God that He blessed me with this opportunity to do this.
It's really awesome. You went uptown and skateboarded, so don't find out. Now they know.
It's all good.
And what about you?
Well, I'm from Cheltenham, but I was born in Columbus, Ohio. My dad was in the Navy.
Okay.
So I've been all around. I've been in Washington State. I've lived there, Rhode Island, all those places, but I guess for most of my life I've lived in Cheltenham on the Navy base until my father died, and I moved to Cheltenham, so I guess technically Philadelphia. And I went to Catholic school until 4th grade. It was like a really small school. I was also a weirdo, like I guess like due to my father, you know, like when like you have a parent past an age, like you don't really like respond to it very well. So I went to public school 5th grade onwards, and like I was like doing my bands and doing stuff like that, and like kind of getting buzzed like in that kind of realm, like playing Warped Tour and stuff. And that's pretty much my life story.
Okay.
In a nutshell.
Do you both do specifically the work that you do now with your band and in the community primarily, or do you have other jobs too that you do?
I mean, up until the band, I worked at this retirement home. I did like the dietary section. That's really depressing. I mean, it feels good like to do it. But,
no, I know exactly what you're saying.
You see a lot of ups and downs, and you see the way that like these people are treated there, but then you also see the way that they treat like the workers. So yeah, I do that, and I record a lot of people. Okay. Because we actually record everything ourselves. Usually, like most of our album is gonna be from the house.
That's
which
awesome.
is cool. So yeah, I started recording like rappers and artists in the area, and that's kind of my job.
And what about you?
Yeah, the band. Well, I got programs, art, music, and fashion programs in Tilton Middle School, Bartram High School, Carson Valley with Miss Dorothy from Mothers in Charge. Got the clothing line with Sneaker Villa. Just got a sponsoring. I'm a spokesperson for Ethica. If you know anything about them, they the people that back Meek Mill's Bike Life, his whole campaign. Okay. So I'm trying to get the hustle everywhere.
Diversify everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere.
Because a lot of people, one of the things that I love that you said how you wanted to follow your dreams. A lot of people will compromise their dream because they have to get a good job because they don't think that it coincides. But both of you still in the midst of what you were doing found a way to make your dreams come true. And then turn that dream into not just a convenient hobby, but something that you can make money off of, something that you can also encourage and inspire others with, which is definitely commendable.
And you like, I was just thinking about this too, like, cause he was saying how he was skateboarding, like that's not something you do in your area, like, we both kind of wanted to do like different stuff. Like I remember that I always did like the punk rock or whatever, but I started making beats and singing maybe a year ago, and I was like, well, this is a good like money making opportunity, and like I play all these instruments, and it's like you're the composer of an orchestra, or like conductor. You can do this. And I remember like I sent him some beats randomly, and he's like, come to Southwest Philly. I was like, really? Okay. And I was like a new driver, and I drove on I-95. I was like, this is crazy. And then I got there, and as soon as I got out of my car, I was offered drugs like 4 or 5 times.
They were like, we know what you're here for. Come here,
right? But like in a very, very specific way, where it was like, well, I don't want to be rude. Like, you really want me to have those, don't you? Like, and then like he skateboard where he's from, so like he went. And it's just kind of like there's so many people that have the same kind of ideas everywhere, but just based on like your environment, you're like pushed like in a different direction. Exactly. And you might regret that for your whole life. So I find that interesting.
And that's important. Like people get pushed into a certain direction one way or the other. You want to do something, but people tell you it's not cool. That's lame. You look stupid. Like why would you even try to do that?
You gotta take them chances. I think shout out to Peso and Joey, DJ Mike, Larry, Art, and Chud. But Peso, like nobody believed in us. Like 3-4 years ago, we had a song called Super Crazy Dumb. And Peso, he quit his job, and he was a student at Temple. And he just stopped. He quit everything just to focus on music. You know, you gotta ask yourself, like, you want to do what you want to do, or you going to do what your parents want you to do? Like, you can do what your parents want you to do. A generation
of supposed to, or you're going to make your own way.
Exactly. I was like, for me, I was working at the airport. I was cool. I had money. I was fine, but I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do music, and whatever it took, whatever I had to do, I was going to do it. But like people gotta understand, we only got one life to live. So why would
not dress rehearsal?
Yeah, you can't. Ain't no redo.
Exactly.
Like, I want to be like where I'm from. I'm gonna be legendary, and I am already. Like you say my name in them streets in Southwest, I stand for something. And then not only that, like me, but look, me following my dreams got me to be the Southwest Philadelphia ambassador for Stop the Violence through the senator office.
Wow.
So if I never would have followed my dream,
yeah.
that wouldn't have been possible.
Yeah, and like people don't realize, because you know, being a rock star or whatever, it's like all image, like, oh, that's cool, or like you kind of like don't think it's work, you know what I mean? It's like, if anything, I think it's more work because you have all that, you're trying to make money, you don't make money in music until you make millions of dollars, and then it's also your image is like more important. Like for a lot of careers, like, your image doesn't matter, but we have to like make an image and be like, this is who I am. You kind of have to multiply that by 2 to show you who I am in like an interview. You know what I mean? Because no one is themselves in front of the camera, so it's like, now I gotta try extra hard. I remember like that was my biggest fright when I started. Like,
really? I was gonna ask you that. What was your most memorable moment as far as some people chasing your dreams is scary because it's almost kind of like this is really gonna work or I'm really gonna fall flat on my face. But you have to keep going. So what was the most memorable moment for you both? Like,
well, I guess I just continue with like because it works so well. But my first show with them, it was I never like I started viewing myself as a singer probably like 2 months ago. Like I just always like wrote songs, wrote the lyrics, and I realized like, well, you know, like I am the kind of guy I'd much rather hear the worst singer in the world say some beautiful lyrics than the best singer in the world say nothing, which is all I hear if I try to radio. But like
message.
So I was like, I'll just start doing that. But I'm not a singer. I'm just the guy who's saying how they feel and like I'm writing these songs. And then I was asked to be like they wanted to form a group, Mont and Peso. I was like, all right, cool. Like I'm the producer. I can also do this. But live, like until recently, like I didn't play guitar, and I never like relied on my voice 100% because I wasn't a singer. I was just the guy writing lyrics and playing an instrument, and like that was my crutch. And I remember the first show, I didn't have that, and like I was like blown away. I was like, well, I don't know what to do. Like it was like Talladega, and I was like, what do I do with my hands? Like, I was like, you know, like. Am I supposed to dance? And then I just like panicked. I just like walked up the stage nonchalantly. Thankfully, like it wasn't a big deal.
No one noticed. Like, why did that boy just walk off of the stage? Okay.
Yeah, so but like, and I remember it haunted me because I like had never had a moment where it's like this is something. Like you always need to work on stuff, but in music, a lot of times I find because it's what I have always done since like 5th grade. It's like I don't know what I need to improve on. It's something that like reveals itself through years, and like, oh, I've plateaued, I need to improve. But this was like, I really failed at this. Wow, I got.
But you didn't stop there.
Yeah, but I didn't stop, and I think that's like why I'm the way I am now. Like, and this was only like 6 or 7 months ago, which is crazy.
Wow.
It was dope. It was the Wale show. We had it at the TLA.
Oh, it was the Chill Moody joint. It was the RFM.
Was it?
Yeah, the Wale. We went back to the TLA, and I killed it with Wale. And we played with Wale. I remember just being like, I did it.
Oh yeah. But for him, it's like, you know, this is his first show. They got the TLA, 700 black people.
Oh,
and it was
okay.
just like,
yeah,
I didn't see the look on his face.
Cause I would like tour, and it's like all just like basement temple, like drunk kids, or like any college, and like they're right in your face. This is like on a stage, and like you're not with the audience, so like they can like see everything and like judge you in a whole new way. And I can tell if they are because the whole hip hop industry is all about judging everything. You know what I mean? So it was just like, wow, I'm clearly out of place. It's probably wearing a button down. You know?
It was dope though.
And you remember those moments yourself because you were obviously there. Are those some of your memories too that kind of coincide?
I never froze.
Okay.
I always perform.
You had a greatest moment so far?
Yeah, honestly, every time we on stage, we perform. He did a jump kick. I jumped in the air.
Oh, I was caught on camera.
It was cool. They actually, we got this picture. It looked crazy. That was like one of the best moments, and then like performing in Atlanta, it was so dope down there, and performing and back in Atlanta at 836.
Yeah, that jump was legendary. We could have both dunked, I swear, with that jump.
Really?
It was feet.
It's like when we perform, the energy is so crazy.
It like resonates through the room because when we were at the Blockley.
Oh yeah.
That was a really good show. I had so much fun.
Yeah.
Built up, and even though I didn't know the words to every single one of your songs, I still had like the energy to like be a part of like the experience. You know.
I'm still appreciating all that love. This is like the best moments for me now. Like we just performed the other night, and another rock band came up to us like, yo, y'all dudes is amazing. I don't even know how we gonna go on after y'all. So it was like
that's
these
really
moments,
flattering.
It was crazy.
And like the show you seen at the Black League for us, that was like a rehearsal.
Yeah.
We didn't even give y'all everything. Yeah.
Wow.
That was the first time we played a lot of those songs.
Yeah.
Because none of them are released yet. That's like all album material or stuff we've done. That's the first time we ever broke them out.
I mean, it's a lot of big moments though. Like right now, we're on MTV. When Revolt TV came to Bartram to film this, and they calling this the dopest band from. They calling this the dopest band ever come out of Philly since the Roots.
Wow.
So that's just like crazy. Like,
that's a huge honor to have someone put that title with what your passion is, and it's a big responsibility just as much as it's a big honor.
Definitely a big responsibility.
Yeah, because that's kind of like, woo, now where else can we go? What else can we do? And that's what I wanted to ask you. So what's some new things that you're planning coming up or that are going to be happening soon?
All endorsement deals from, we just got one, Cerebellum Water. But yeah, all skate companies, stuff like that. Like I said, shout out to Ithaca. The whole skate life stuff we doing with them. Just really trying to brand the band and our company in a whole different way that Philly never seen it before. Because I think what we doing is we gonna hit different marks in areas that the Roots never could touch.
Right.
Because of how the industry is structured now. Back in the day, it wasn't endorsement deals available for people like the Roots or them kind of, nobody. It seemed like nobody really cared. But I thank God for it. But then we got the internet.
Right.
We can do certain things like a skateboard company from Nebraska just hit me up like, yo, bro, we about to send you all this free merchandise.
That's
Word.
awesome.
Take my address. Send it to me. So it's just like the internet is just crazy. It's definitely like helping us get out. Get out.
And it lets fans because I think fans nowadays are getting more interested in stuff. You know what I mean? Like fans want to have more and more and more, and the internet provides that. Like we could write if we wanted to, or like it gets to a point where like the fans would really care about something like that. We could write a blog every day. We're doing take pictures every day. Like something like Instagram is such a good way to know what's going on in your favorite artist's life. Like I follow a lot of my favorite artists, and I feel like I know them.
Because you get to see them doing and being in the experiences that are presented to the world, but then also in their personal life. It gives you more of a human experience of who they are.
And then like with the endorsements, like Mont skated. I had my skating phase, and like now like all these skate companies are like hitting us up because we like appeal to skaters, whether it be like rap skaters or rocks. You know what I mean? So it's so cool that that's utensil.
With that being said, you have a lot of different outlets now that you can present what your passion is, what it is that you're doing, and a lot of people are reaching out to you. Of course, within the same process that you have a lot of supporters, do you have any time or space where you remember you had some adversaries or people who weren't necessarily, believing in your dream and believing in what you're doing, and how was that? How did you handle that?
I think the whole past year that we formed the band, I lost a lot of friends over that because I don't think they understand. Like, yo, this is my life. This ain't like no phase. Like, I love what I do, and if you can't, I think a lot of that be jealousy though, and I don't know why. It's weird. Like,
I think people see something in you when you follow your dreams that almost kind of holds them accountable for something they haven't done for themselves.
Yeah.
And being around you kind of makes them like, well, man, now I'm kind of obligated to go do something great because they're doing something great. And it's not that they have to be on TV, have a band or anything, but it pushes them to be more than just...
It's so stupid though.
Yeah.
Because you could do something
it
great.
is.
You could do something great with me.
Exactly.
But it's weird.
They won't have the humility enough sometimes to say, I want to help, or I want to be a part of, or I want to show support, because then you're considered a mooch, or you're trying to like ride someone else's coattail to the top,
man.
or
I feel like even friends, that I grew up with, like they call me like, just call me when you free. I'm like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, why you acting like this? Like, I'm me. I'm mine. I grew up with you.
It's not you that changes, it's the people around you that do.
Yeah, but they think you
Because
changed.
they think you did.
And that's so weird. Like, I know, like, for Drew, I don't know if I'm like, saying too much, but like, he had a friend. They was in a band. And he joined the band with us. And I know their friendship just
It's fine.
Oh, yeah, like, yeah, I was about to bring that up. It's, because I was in my own band, and then we had done this, and I realized, like, how cool it would be to, like, really see this through. So I joined that, and I quit my band. Like, all the work we had put in, like, I explained, like, I can't do both. It's not going to work. And this is, like, the producing thing I wanted to do, and the rock thing. And I lost a bunch of friends initially, because it was like, well, how are you going to do that? You know what I mean? Like, we don't understand. And, like, I kept explaining. So that eventually became friendship again. And then it turned out to be, like, they were scared about the potential of the music that we were going to create. 'Cause, like, a lot of people knew them because my band knew them. And, like, we were going to do, initially, which is funny, my band was going to do a project with him and Peso.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And then, like, we
It's
fell out
funny
of
how things
contact
work.
for a
Wow.
year, and then now we're in a band together.
Yeah.
And then when we released the project, like, none of it, and it's weird how we came together because we weren't all friends. You know what I mean? Like, we were, I'd say everybody in the band, they're my best friends now. And it's like, that doesn't always work out like that. Like, you take a big, like we've lost people on the way because it doesn't always work out like that.
Right.
You become best friends with the people that you're working with. So our first project kind of shows that we weren't best friends at that point. It was, I think it, like, reached our potential. I thought it was good. Like, I liked it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, every project should develop.
Right.
And I remember when it dropped, but it was like, well, this isn't even what you said it was going to be. Like, well, how are you going to do this? Like, you quit your band. And it's like, listen, just wait for this album. And then we dropped the single, and now everybody's like, wow. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
It's like,
Things
wow.
develop, and you have to kind of go through those changes, however uncomfortable they may be. Some people will stick around, some people won't. And it just is what it is as you get to it through the process.
The thing about us, this family, though, like, we together every day. Like, with birthdays, we celebrate birthdays together. I'm like, we big on birthdays. We big on, it's really a family. Like, I will do anything for him. I'll do more for him than somebody I then came up with. And that's just real. I'm being honest. Like,
it's just because if you share the same passion and life, you're gonna like drift towards them or like help them out. Like, I remember I spent every day at Peso's house. We worked on music with Peso and Joey, and he would be there a lot. And even our manager Greg would come with a bucket of chicken from KFC, and I would be there for like 14 hours every day.
And in those times that you were sitting there, and that goes back to the work that you put in and the time that you put in. It's work, but it doesn't seem like work. It's almost like it just naturally comes from you. And you're tired, but you don't necessarily feel drained. Like you've given everything and it's just over.
I remember when I went back to school in the fall after that summer, I was sitting there, I was like, damn, like, those are my best friends. Like, I feel weird not hanging out with them right now. Like, I'm in school right now. It's weird.
But that goes to show you, like, how he's from Showingham, the nicest part of the city, trees, garages. I'm from Southwest. The slums. We best friends. From music, though. Like, this is the culture. That's what we doing.
Music can bring people together.
Yeah. That's what we doing.
What now, as you all have kind of come together as Astronauts Really Fly, what separates you from others? What makes you different in what you do and how you do it?
I would say we make music that we really want to make. We don't care what's on the radio. And it's passion. Like, you see us perform, like, I cried a lot of times when we perform, rehearsals, whatever, because this is our life. We ain't just, like, making songs, yo, I got a Bentley and some ice. Like, no, we talking about growing pains. We talking about singles is a real song. Like, I mean, it's real.
I love that
That's
song.
what we've been
I really
through.
do.
So, I just think the passion and how real the music is.
And I think the style, like, a lot of people mix genres, and like that's what you should do.
I think that's beautiful. Yeah, that really makes it.
Yeah, but I guess technically, like, we're rap, punk rock, and even then, like, that's technically like hip hop rock.
It's who you are. It's what you.
We're gonna keep doing shows.
Yeah.
And, like, I'm gonna keep tackling my band members on stage. You know, or like breaking my stuff by accident. Like, that's just.
I think that's what the game is missing, though. Like, everybody is like too cool, and the Bentley, it's like, yo, let's get back to the music, though. Like, what's up with
the music, the message, the feeling it evokes from you. when it first comes on and when you hear the hook, like, what just kind of pulls you in?
Like, and we're not talking about like a street banger. Like, we talking about Pharrell, like Happy. Anybody hear that? You moving.
If you see my bloopers, you've heard Happy. Like, yeah, so, yeah. And the thing that I really leave everyone with, and it's a quote that I ask everyone on my show, and it's, you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. What does that mean to you? And if you had some words of encouragement or inspiration for someone who's going to be watching this, the kid who's in Southwest, in Cheltenham, or anywhere that's going to be watching this and be like, wow, he looks like me, sounds like me, came from the same area, what would you say to them?
I'm Mont Brown, that same kid from 54th and Trinity. Fred's Wood Ice. I'm that same old kid running around the ghetto. Or Trinity, we call it the ghetto. That's the name of it, like 10-block radius. We call it the ghetto. I'm that same kid. I just posted this on Instagram. That same kid was running through Southwest. Now I'm on MTV. You know, don't let nobody kill your dream. That's point blank, period. Don't let nobody kill your dream. Keep dreaming. Believe. Because I did it. We did it. We here. So, I mean, we ain't, you know, sign that deal, but we on MTV. We on Reebok. We doing exactly what we want to do. And that's like the best feeling in the world.
It is.
Yeah. Just be honest.
And I mean, you gotta start to be great. It's so true, because you don't have a choice to be born. Like, you're a blank sheet, and whether you like it or not, your surroundings are gonna mold you. So you just have to use that. Like, you know, you can't help where you're from. You can't help like how you talk, what you look like, but you have to take that and make it something. You know what I mean? You have to make that who you always see yourself as, or like who you actually are. So in order to be great, you kind of have to take what you're forced to start with and make it something. And I think that's what the whole point of life is that you have to, everybody has their own struggles. Everything's subjective. Like, my worst struggle might not be as bad as your worst struggle, but to us it's the same. Because that's the only way we can relate it. So it's all about overcoming that thing that you're given that you didn't ask for. You know what I mean? And that's how you become great, I think.
That's awesome. I agree. Very good. Thank you guys for joining me today.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it. This was great. And
April 27th, we're going to be at the Milk Boy with Bev Haven, and Chuck Treese. Great skateboarder. He's been in a lot of bands. We got an album probably coming around the summertime that I'm really excited for. You know, shout out Peso Beats, Joey Sticks, DJ Mike Lowry, Art, All Real Talk, and Chuddy Keys. Shout out to this plant life.
The plant life.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much for coming. Thank you all for tuning in, and stay tuned for Astronauts Really Fly Single. Bye.
Can't you ignore what I just said? I'm pretty sure I woke up on the wrong side of bed. Now you say you're leaving, well I don't mind, 'cause after all that makes me single tonight. Oh, you wanna leave? They go the door, shorty. You can hand me them keys. See, I keep it 100. See, I keep it a beam. You ain't the only one that's tryna be up on my team. Just to let you know, it's nothing, baby. I'll let you go. Don't chase no bitch. Don't sweat no. Chase that bread, I chase that dough. That's why I'm single as a dollar bill. Now you blowing up my phone. See, you gotta chill. I let it drive my wheels. I let it touch my bank. But us being together, shorty, see, that's what it ain't. You gotta slow your roll. You gotta know your place. Now you sitting there sick, I see it in your face. So shout out to my ex, can't front it was good. So shout out to the sex, I'ma move to the right, you can move to the left. When you see me and my new girl, you know I'm gon' flex. Can't you ignore what I just said, I'm pretty sure I woke up on the wrong side of bed. Now you say you're leaving, well I don't mind, 'cause after all that makes me single tonight.
You know is an extraordinary person and you'd like to be featured as a guest on Extraordinariness with Brytnei Elle, send me your information at yourlifewbe@gmail.com and visit XOBEonline.com. Bye.